Top of the 8th, game all tied at 5. We got the Phillies and the A's in a late one here on Saturday night. Or as what I call it, Indy 500 Eve, the greatest day in racing tomorrow. I can't wait for that. Nick Castellanos, playing in right field, has a double, a walk, an RBI, and a stolen base. He's at the plate right now facing new pitcher Tyler Ferguson. Sinker inside, count tied up at 1.
Well, that's what Ferguson's in for right now.
Shout out Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the shirt.
Throw up a goose egg.
And then win it.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 96 right down the pipe for strike 2.
Butler will play in center.
Oh, my legs. Woo, they're tight. Castellanos calls time. And now the payoff pitch. Sweeper that misses inside. Or down and away, I should say. 2-2 now. Two. Outside. We'll run this count full.
Tell you, Chad Fairchild is just not interested in what Ferguson is selling.
And the full count delivery. And
it caught a part of Castellanos' bat.
Yep.
Lucky break for Ferguson and the A's. You don't want to walk.
it got Castellanos' bat. I thought it hit him. Let's see. Yeah, I hit the barrel.
Just caught the barrel.
All right, that's a lifeline for Ferguson.
You're going to catch a barrel as a pitcher.
Can he get Castellanos out here? Here comes the pitch.
3-2.
And he missed out.
Castellanos will lead off with a walk.
And it's a leadoff walk drawn by Nick Castellanos. And as I always say, for pitchers, leadoff walks, never good. Now the catcher, JT Realmuto, to the plate. He hasn't got a hit today.
JT Realmuto is up 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Castellanos was already stolen a base tonight at first. The first pitch.
Realmuto takes a fastball at the bottom part of the zone for strike 1.
Losses, Dallas. 4 of the 10 have been decided by only 1 run, including last night's loss against Philadelphia at 4-3. Another close one here tonight.
0-1. Realmuto taps that one foul. He's quickly down 0-2.
Doesn't mean too much to you, considering the fact that the expectation down there is to win games, to close out games, to finish games. But what does that tell you about these 10 games that the A's have lost? That 4 of them have been decided by 1 run.
Well, it tells you that you've been in these ball games, and it's probably just a matter of a pitch or two.
Payoff pitch from Ferguson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball blown by him at 96 for the first out of the inning.
Park Country fastball right by him.
Now Alex Bolton, the third baseman, to the plate. He homered earlier on tonight for his only hit in 3 at-bats. He's got 1 out in Castellanos at first.
There's a lot that you can take away.
Alex Bolton takes a sweeper in there for strike 1.
But I think once you start to graduate, you turn into a club that has expectations and has raised those expectations. You're not happy with playing tightly contested ball games. Those are games you now believe you should be winning more times than not.
That's taken at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Really good outing so far from Ferguson. And he'll try and punch out Bohm on this pitch.
0-2.
Which he doesn't. It's a sinker that runs inside. Bohm gets out of the way of it. And it's 1-2. Bryson on deck. 1 for 3 with a single.
Now they're looking to bounce back in a big way in this game.
Bohm gets an emergency swing on that sweeper and stays alive.
His last 7 games.
And a ground ball
a position he knows very well in a high leverage situation.
would probably be a double play, but maybe not. Castellanos did steal a bag earlier in this game. Check over at Castellanos at first, and he's safe. They almost got him. Marcotte holding up play here. Trying to see if he can get a challenge. And, ooh, it's close. And let's see if the tag from Kurtz got him. Didn't even touch him. All right. 1-2 to Bomer. And he fouled it off.
Credit to Kurtz there. I think that's just a sign of the players that have grown up in the game with replay. Because an old part like myself would have just been lying through my team. No, but absolutely. Yes. But there's a camera these days that catch you right in that line.
1-2 again, and Bowman's a ground ball up the middle softly. Ferguson's going to have to fire it quick, and he does get the out at first. It moves Castellanos to second. 2 away as Bowman's retired. And now Bryson to the plate.
This ball starts to die here is what he did. And that's barehanded, stick the foot in the ground, and get it over to Kurtz as fast as you can. Was able to pick up the short arm.
And actually, Tyler Ferguson's night will end. And we'll get a new pitcher for the A's when we come back. With 2 outs, top of the 8th, and Castellanos, the game's go-ahead run at second. 2 outs, top of the 8th, new pitcher for the A's. It's Hogan Harris.
The top of the 8th inning, 2 are down, a runner on second. 5-5. Marcotte has gone to the bullpen again.
Game all tied at 5. Castellanos, the go-ahead run in scoring position. He'll see if Bryson can drive him in.
Harris, as far as the platoon splits go, 235 is the batting average against for left-handers. Stott hit 233 against lefties.
First pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 1.
New look for Hogan Harris out there with the
Bryson Stott does have a single back in the second inning. That's his only hit in 3 at-bats. Ooh, a nice curveball that looped into the top of the zone for strike 1. Holy cow. Really nice pitch from Hogan Harris. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside and up. Got Stott to cut and miss. Strike 2.
very top of the zone, then you stay up there with a good fastball. A couple different ways he can go now. 1-2, you got a meet out of your hand. You can double up on the heater up and in, spin one down and away.
Payoff pitch. Nearly gets away from Langoliers. Castellanos holds at second. It's 2-2 now.
Stick with the breaking stuff, or do you try to go back in on Stott?
Well, really now it's a field because that curveball was not competitive. It didn't serve much of a purpose at all. So if you think you've slowed him down a bit, you have confidence that you can get that heater and sneak him back in under the hands, you go that route.
Look over at second. Now the 2-2. Stott, fly ball left field, and it's right at Tyler, who almost overran it, but he makes the catch. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 5 with the heart of the A's order coming up. I think actually the top of the order. Bottom of the 8th here in Sacramento. Joe Ross stays in for another inning of work. He's got the unbelievable rookie Jacob Wilson, who is 3 for 4. And man, can that guy hit a baseball. Wilson fouls off that pitch. It's 1-1 now on him. For now, I think it's safe to say the Rookie of the Year favorite in the AL. He's looking like a superstar. Mason Miller, the A's closer, warming up in the pen. And Wilson reaches his bat out there. It's a pop-up. Bryce Harper's there, but he gives way to Bryson Stott for the first out of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, I should say. And now the DH, Brett Rooker, steps up to the plate.
Mr. Hotel California.
With Hotel California. From the Eagles playing as his walk-up song.
Like the Eagle, or Eagles.
He's 0 for 2. Also has drawn 2 walks tonight. And he could draw a third as he's already up 1-0 on the count. Fastball that misses outside.
Ross against Rooker.
Slider that misses down and away. 2 balls, no strikes on Brent. One out, bottom of the 8th. Game all tied at 5. Here's the 2-0. In there for strike 1.
Homers for Rooker. That's the leading
Rooker always dangerous. Trying to give them the lead. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Sure was. I don't mind.
Fastball at the outside edge of the zone. And Rooker was late. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Brent. With Tyler on deck. And the 2-2. Rooker gets a piece of it to stay alive.
That is one that you would love to have back.
There's Soderstrom on deck. 1 for 4 with an RBI single and a strikeout. Langoliers in the hole. Two-two. Rooker, fly ball, left field, that's gone! Brent Rooker in the bottom of the 8th, his 12th of the year, and it gives the A's the lead.
Rooker rocks Ross, and the A's lead 6-5.
The always dangerous Brent Rooker comes through again. And the A's have the lead now. They'll look to get some more insurance runs as another power batter, Tyler Soderstrom, follows Brent Rooker.
And Brent Rooker got it.
Fastball inside for ball 1. As the A's have taken the lead in what has been a very back and forth game here tonight in West Sacramento. It's been a fun one. Now Mason Miller is in line for the save, as it's 2 balls, no strikes on Tyler. Ross is missing inside. So now, who's in line for the win? Oh, I forgot who just came in for the A's. 3-0 now on Tyler as Ross misses inside again. That one straightened Tyler out a bit. Nearly got him.
Little slider that just sat. Checkmate via Rook.
And the 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk drawn by Tyler. And another base runner for the A's.
Well, look, the pitch before was 94, and I said it was a pitch that you know Brent Rooker would have loved to have had back. Instead, he got a cookie. 86, flattened out. Joe Ross tried to put a little wrinkle in it. Brent Rooker brought the iron.
Oh, it's Hogan Harris. That's who's in line for the win. Here's Shea Langoliers, and he takes a fastball, and he doesn't get the call. It looked outside, but it was called a strike. Joe Ross needs a call at this point. Langoliers is 1 for 4, a single, reached on an error, scored a run, and also stole a base. That's in there for strike 2. It caught the corner. quickly down 0-2.
Well, how about that? Brent Rooker passing my dear friend Jack Cust. Most career homers by a DH. He's got the crusher, Chris Davis, in his sights next.
And the punch-out pitch from Ross is outside, ball one.
By the time it's all said and done, Brent Rooker will be atop that list. Shea Langoliers is chasing Athletics catchers past Ramon Hernandez, Dave Duncan. Home runs by an A's catcher.
1-2 to Langoliers.
1-2.
Got him! Oh! Fouled off of Real Muto's glove.
Hang on.
And Langoliers will stay alive.
With Soderstrom getting aboard after the Rooker home run, you can tell the A's are not going to be hasty at the plate. They are working
Inning-ending
together
double
here.
play ball in effect. Here's the 1-2. Langoliers fouls it back.
Out of play. They know how important that second run of insurance is and could be for Mason Miller and the rest of the club's hopes to end their 10-game losing streak.
All the more room, the better.
Oh, 10-game losing streak. Oh, boy. Another 1-2 to Langoliers. Outside, and this count's now tied up at 2.
In an ideal world, you would love
Joe Ross just keeps missing outside.
with a 3-run
It
lead.
just keeps running outside. He can't seem to find a strike zone at the moment.
Maybe you can talk old Joe Ross to laying in another slider there.
Tyler at first. 1 out. 2-2 pitch.
2-2.
Langoliers foul ball again. First base side.
Not as down the middle as it gets.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming here.
2-2.
Langoliers fouls it off again.
Shea is fighting.
Well, and he's pushing that heater the other way.
And so far, Joe Ross
Joe Ross is
has
showing
thrown
a
7
long
fastballs in this at-bat, with the only other pitch being a slider.
Why that is.
Here's pitch number 9.
2-2.
Langoliers rips it, and it's caught by Bohm. Dropped it, fired to second. They get the out at second, but that's it.
So they get
Stott and Soderstrom collide,
but the double play
and Bryson could not fire to first to get Langoliers.
a nice snag
So he's at first,
on the transfer.
2 outs, but Alec Bohm, also it could have been 2 if Bohm didn't drop the ball in the transfer.
knocking it down.
And then Tyler and Bryson collide. So here's Miguel Andujar, who's 3 for 4 on the night,
Does
with
Miguel
Langoliers at first and 2 outs, the bottom of the 8th.
Run scored, RBI.
First
Takes
pitch is a
outside of the
slider
center.
outside for ball 1. 3 singles, one of them being an RBI, and he scored
Now
for
on an
Andujar tonight.
11-game hitting streak after second inning single.
Here's the 1-0.
Shea at first. 2
Long
outs,
pause.
1-run lead. And Miguel
Andujar fouls it, I believe off the home plate umpire. 1-1.
It still only counts for 1 strike, right?
Bing bong.
Boom.
Oh no, it didn't even touch the home plate umpire. I think it got Andujar's bat twice. And hit Real Muto's glove. Sinker that's down.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike on Andujar.
Giving Mason plenty of time to warm up in the bullpen. 2-1.
That's a ground ball. Right to Trey, flip the second, and that'll do it in the 8th. Brent Rooker, with his 12th homer of the year, gives the A's the lead and possibly the win. Mason Miller will come in in the top of the ninth to try and close things out here in Sacktown. We'll be right back. Top of the ninth inning, Mason Miller comes into the game with his guys leading 6-5 after a home run from Brett Rooker in the bottom of the eighth. And Mason Miller will try and close things out and send this fan base home happy. 11 saves and 12 opportunities, 0-2 record, ERA at 5.94 and 16.2 innings, 9 walks to 32 strikeouts. The electrifying Mason Miller, who loves throwing gas. 104, I've seen the top speed from him. And the first batter he'll face is Brandon Marsh, who walked his only at-bat. And he swings and misses a fastball at the top of the zone for strike one, and that read at 101 on the gun. Marsh also scored a run and stole a base after he walked. And that's a fastball inside, straightens him out. Count tied up at 1.
Mason appeared last night, 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs. Breaking ball.
Ooh, beautiful breaking ball. Slider right down the pipe, and it froze Marsh. 1-2 on Brandon. Unbelievable pitch from Miller.
Marsh on the bubble right now, trying to figure out which route he's going.
And the payoff.
1-2.
Ooh, just missed outside. Fastball at 103. 2-2 now the count.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They got him. That's the first out of the ninth. As Marsh goes down swinging. Really nice pitch from Miller to blow it by him.
Well, you got 101, 103, 104 mile an hour cheese business.
Well, he actually was early.
Feel free to let it eat.
And now here's Max Kepler, who got hit by a pitch in his only at bat tonight. He is the 9-hitter.
It's Kepler now. He was hit by a pitch.
Kepler, high fly ball to deep right field. This game is tied. 400 crushed to right for Max Kepler, and we're all tied at 6.
Run number 6 on the board for the Phillies.
Holy cow! Oh my goodness! The A's score, then the Phillies respond right back. It's been that kind of way all night. Unbelievable. That was crushed.
Well, Kepler said, don't mind if I do.
And now here's Trey, the leadoff man, to the plate. And he swings and misses a fastball at 103 at the top of the zone.
Kepler just spins on it.
And there's a lot of Phillies fans in attendance, and they were loud after that one. Fastball up high, ball 1.
That's the sort of mentality you have to take against a guy like Mason.
Whew. That was crushed, kind of like Schwarber's homer back in the 7th. To that exact same area of the ballpark is a fly ball foul from Trey. It's 1-2 on him.
Give them credit where it's due. They have fought hard already.
Trey's 0 for 3. Walked in the first, scored a run, and stole a bag.
This Philadelphia offense, and they've worked together well. They want to keep their
Payoff pitch from Miller. That's down and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
He struck him out. Fastball at the corner to get Trey swinging. 2 outs in the 9th. And now a man who is dangerous, especially in these spots, Bryce Harper.
Is a big league battle right here.
This is the kind of at-bats you want to see in the clutch. An electrifying closer who can throw triple digits versus one of the best power hitters ever. First pitch. Harper fly ball to center field. Coming over is Lawrence. He couldn't make the play. It's a base hit for Bryce Harper, a 2-out single. And the Phillies have the go-ahead run on the base pass.
And more power is coming up in Schwarber.
And now Kyle Schwarber, the MLB's home run leader, to the plate.
Keep it in front of him as he goes into the slide.
Oh, man.
I mean, he just comes up short here.
And wow, it dropped just before Lawrence could get it in his glove cleanly. But another at-bat you dream of as a baseball fan. Mason Miller versus Kyle Schwarber. But before we get that,
Face him here.
there is a mound visit as Miller and Langoliers will talk it out.
You know who you have on deck in Castellanos? It's a right-hander. If you don't have to throw Schwarber a strike that he can get a good swing off on, especially early in the at-bat, then don't.
Here's the first pitch to Schwarber. And it's outside for ball one. It's a changeup.
And I think that kind of tells you
Really, Phillies got warming up.
against Schwarber.
Phillies got an arm warming up in the pen. It's Tanner Banks. Tanner Banks will most likely get the night.
Up in the bullpen for Philadelphia. That's high, 2-0.
Fastball up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Castellanos on deck.
Lefties are hitting .320 against Miller.
2-0 is in there for strike one. Fastball that caught the inside edge of the zone.
From the stretch,
2-1. Upstairs, ball 3.
3-1.
Couldn't get the slider to break.
Eye-popping numbers from the 7th inning on for Schwarber.
And man, this is a big walk here if Schwarber can draw it, and he does.
Miller stays away. Schwarber will walk.
Schwarber walks. He'll go to first. Harper to second. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Game tied at 6, and Nick Castellanos is at the plate. A righty, and here comes the A's pitching coach to talk with Mason Miller.
An opportunity to clear some space. Remember who he is.
Oh, it's about to be midnight where I'm at.
Now you dial it up against Castellanos.
Oh, I'm sorry if you're just a baseball fan and you're not a racing fan, but it is 12 a.m. It is May 25th, 2025. Merry Racing Christmas to all who celebrate. Have a great day, everyone. It's officially race day for the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indianapolis 500, and the Coca-Cola 600. Merry Racing Christmas. If only they could have an IMSA race today. That would make it even cooler. All right, enough about racing. Back to baseball. First pitch to Castellanos is a slider in there for strike one.
See that front hit for Castellanos open up, looking for that heater.
And Harper's speed at second, Schwarber at first in a 6-6 game.
That's a slider. Castellanos almost swung at it, but he pulled back. Count tied up at 1. Harper at second. Schwarber at first. Game tied at 6. 2 outs to the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Slider right down the pipe.
Do you stick with a breaking ball?
Absolutely. Because as we talked about earlier in the game, Chris,
And this is a big pitch. Miller's got a chance to get out of it.
rarely if ever do they stray. They like to stay on the fastball until they
He
absolutely
needs a strikeout here after giving up the game-tying run. Thanks to a homer from Max Kepler. Here we go. Payoff pitch from Mason Miller. He struck him out. 102 fastball right down the pipe. But the Phillies tie it thanks to Max Kepler's no-doubt home run to right. Tanner Banks will come on in the bottom of the 9th to try and force extras. Due up for the A's. Luis Arias, Lawrence, and Nick Kurtz. We'll be right back for the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth. Phillies, A's, all tied at 6 here in Sacramento. New pitcher for Philadelphia, it is Tanner Banks. And he'll try and force things into extras here. But Luis Urias and the A's will try and walk things off here in the bottom of the ninth. Tanner Banks' stats so far this season: 22 games, 1-0 record, an ERA at 3.91, 26 strikeouts to 5 walks. First pitch is a slider.
First pitch strike.
In there for strike one.
Nothing seemed to phase Banks.
Urias is a righty. Banks is a lefty. 0-1. Upstairs. We'll tie this thing up at 1.
Well, Chris, I think if you look at the scoreboard,
Luis Urias, who hits 6th in the lineup, doesn't have a hit in 3 at-bats.
pushed a run across, maybe 2.
Be a great time for his first hit.
And all night long,
Fly ball,
the
foul.
Athletics have been able to answer back.
1 and 2.
Now with the Phillies posting a run in the ninth, I think it's all the time.
Urias calls time. Lawrence on deck for the A's. Here's the payoff pitch. Fly ball, foul.
A walk-off home run to end the series at home against the Chicago White Sox.
You got a pitch. And a Louis liftoff. Put a W on the board for the green and gold.
Another foul ball first base side, and Urias has chosen the battle. This will be pitch number 6, this at-bat coming here. Here it is. And he, once again, throws his bat at it and fouls it off. First base side.
And working Banks.
He stays alive once again. Another 1-2 from Banks. And Urias fouls it off again. And Tanner Banks has used a bunch of pitches. Slider, sweeper, 4-seam, slider, changeup, 4-seam. 4 pitches. 4 different pitches. Nice. Here's the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Another 1-2. Urias turns on it. Boom, fair ball. Fire to first. They got him. That's the first out of the bottom of the ninth. Ground out to Bohm, and Urias is retired. Let's see, did Alec nearly bobble it? He picked it up in fair territory, looked at it, then fired it, and it was easily in time to Harper. Now here's Lawrence. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Lawrence came off the bench in this.
Both hits were doubles after he came off the bench.
He's 2 for 2.
As he takes the first pitch for a strike. I can't remember who he came off the bench for. I don't know. I'll probably remember when I'm off camera. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice sweeper there from Banks. And Lawrence couldn't even catch up to it. He's quickly down 0-2, and he calls time. Nick Kurtz on deck. He's a perfect 2 for 2. Here's the payoff pitch from Banks. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lawrence could not catch up to that fastball, and he goes down swinging. Quickly 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. And now the last hope for the A's, if they want to win in regulation, is Kurtz.
Luckily for the A's in extra innings, they wouldn't immediately see Turner, Harper, or Schwarber.
2 singles, an intentional walk, run scored, and an RBI for Nick tonight. Another lefty that Banks has to face, good for him, as a slider that catches the inside corner for strike 1 to start things off between Banks and Kurtz. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sweeper on the outside edge of the plate.
Pretty good breaking stuff.
Kurtz just trying to hang in there.
And Nick Kurtz calls time. He's quickly down 0-2 with 2 outs to the bottom of the ninth and the game tied at 6. Big pitch here, and it's a slider outside, ball 1. This at-bat extends. Just in case this game goes into extras, the A's have Grant Holman warming up in their pen. And here's the 1-2. Outside slider again, a little bit more outside than the first one. The count's tied up at 2. Now we have a pinch hitter on deck for the A's. Davidson. He's got a lot of young hitters I don't know about. Here's the 2-2. And that's in there for strike 3. Got him looking. Sweeper at the bottom of the zone. Sends things to extras. What a pitch from Tanner Banks. Grant Holman will come in for the top of the 10th. Game all tied at 6. We'll be right back from Sacramento. We're here for extra innings. Grant Holman comes in the top of the 10th. Let's see who the Phillies have at second. I can't remember who made last out for Philly in the 9th.
It's been a back and forth affair.
I think it was Castellanos.
All you're looking for from
It could have been Stott, though.
is to keep the ball game right here, so you can.
No, it was Castellanos. Nick Castellanos is the placement runner at second, and JT Realmuto will be the leadoff batter in the 10th that Grant Holman will have to face.
See the records in extra innings.
So extra inning records this year: the Phillies are 3-4, the A's are 3-1. And here we go. Holman versus Realmuto. First pitch is a slider that misses outside for ball 1. Realmuto's 0 for 4, a flyout, and then 3 Ks. One offering. Swing and a miss. Splitter. That dropped big time. It's 1-1 on Realmuto.
The first out is arguably the most important.
Well, I don't know that it's really even close. We've seen some different strategies deployed.
Marcotte looking on.
Ultimately, zeros are going to win the day.
1-1 delivery. Upstairs, ball 2.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Two 2-1. Realmuto hits a soft ground ball. Holman has to fire quick, and Realmuto's safe. He beat it out.
Well, remember, the fellow that was
Castellanos didn't even move. He's still on second. That's an infield single from JT Realmuto after he reached out for the breaking ball that was low, and it has enough speed to beat it out.
able to get down the line, and it's that big swing. And what happens, especially for righties, maybe you're out in front a little
Here's
bit,
Alec Bohm.
your momentum's got you kind of headed towards first base as it is.
Andujar and Kurtz are in at the corner infielder spots.
See if Bohm shows bunt here.
First pitch to Bohm, he doesn't show bunt. Strike 1, fastball at the outside edge of the zone.
What was he doing there?
Well, I believe there's probably some miscommunication, because what you would typically see there in that instance is Andujar crash.
Holman looks at second, now fires, and it's a fastball that catches the edge of the zone. Quickly, 0-2 on Alec Bohm. Game all tied at 6. No one out here in the top of the 10th. Castellanos at second, Realmuto at first. Here's the payoff pitch to Bohm. And it's down for ball 1. Good block by Langoliers. And now warming up in the Phillies bullpen, it's Orion.
Ryan Kirkering warming up in the bullpen for Philadelphia.
1-2 offering. Bohm fouls it off.
Bohm trying to stay in the fight right now.
Another 1-2 from Holman.
Eyes the runner at second, 1-2.
And he's got him. Bohm swings and misses and strikes out for the first out of the top of the 10th. A fastball outside, and Bohm could not lay off.
He just rears back, and you can see Bohm trying to spoil the fastballs that were up and out over the plate, spoiling them away. This one, he just cannot catch up to.
Now it's Bryson to the plate.
It's stopped now.
First pitch,
He'll take
in there for strike one.
a splitter for a strike.
Splitter at the knees.
Kepler. A slew of lefties for Holman.
2 on, 1 out. Look over at second. Now the pitch. Ground ball. Wilson makes a diving stop, and he couldn't get anybody. Bases are loaded. He stumbled trying to get up to get the out at second. Oh boy. And the bases are juiced for Brandon Marsh. That was a nice diving stop by Wilson, but he stumbled. He couldn't get up. He had the out at second too, and man, that changes everything. First pitch to Marsh is fouled off, 0-1.
Good catch on the rebound too, off the facade and then a fan and then
Marsh 0 for 1, walked in the 7th, scored a run and also stole a base.
A Philly on every base.
Here's the 0-1. Marsh foul ball again, third base side. He's quickly down 0-2.
Just one double play grounded into Marsh on the season.
Strikeout or a pop out will do.
Payoff pitch from Holman.
0-2.
Downstairs in the dirt, splitter. Ball 1.
Where do you go here if you're Holman? Do you stick with that splitter?
Well, you can go a couple different ways. The fact
A
that
sac fly gives the Phillies the lead.
blowing 96 by guys.
A strikeout takes that away. Another 1-2 from Holman.
1-2 pitch.
Whoa! Oh boy. Woo! Nearly got Marsh in the beard.
Well, it was up and in.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The eyes, and the closer that pitch is to him, the harder it looks. So it very well could be an opportunity for him here to just drop that nasty split.
2-2 after nearly hitting Marsh. Got him looking! Fastball! Dotted him up! Rung him up! 2 down in the 10th.
Looked like Marsh, after that fastball that was up and in and crowded him,
With the bases loaded.
was looking for that split and didn't get it. Instead he got 97.
Just froze him. And he knew it too. Just the agony on his face, he knew it.
No thanks.
And here's Max Kepler, who tied the game. Swing and a miss. Went fishing at a low splitter for strike 1. Kepler in his only at bat. Homer to tie the game at 6 in the 9th. Could he hit a grand slam here? No, he'll take a fastball up and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Big in terms of importance, very short and to the point mechanically.
One pitch. Kepler fly ball to center field. That's not going to go out of play though. Lawrence is at the warning track to make the catch. Grant Holman holds and will head to the bottom of the 10th. All tied at 6. Bottom of the 10th, all tied at 6. Phillies, A's. Nick Kurtz, the placement runner at second.
Skipper Mark Cobb.
C.J. Alexander, the 9-hitter, will lead things off here in the bottom of the 10th. And the new pitcher for Philadelphia is Orion Kerkering, whose 3-1 record in 22 games, an ERA at 3.93, 10 walks to 17 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .235. A really solid season.
Came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th and popped out.
So here's C.J. Alexander with Kurtz at second. He's going to show bunt. He lays it down the third base line. It goes foul.
That was well placed, but it just kept spinning left to the third base line.
0-1 on Alexander.
You do have Wilson waiting on deck. Has already had a pair of walk-off hits here at home this year.
And that's why I gotta believe the emphasis is on just getting Nick Kurtz over to third base.
Here's the 0-1. Alexander shows bunt again, pulls back, and it's a sweeper in the zone for strike 2. Alexander now quickly down, 0-2, and let's see if they'll try and swing or if he'll bunt this time. He'll take a time to mull things over.
Get around it, pull it to the right side, get Kurtz to third.
Look over at second. Now the payoff pitch. Alexander fly ball to right field. It's shallow and it went off the glove of Castellanos. Kurtz goes to third. Alexander safe at first. Nobody out. A's with the runners at the corners. For Jacob Wilson, who has a walk-off single earlier this season. Castellanos made a spirited charge after the ball. Stott was also out there, but Castellanos slid in shallow right, and it went out of his glove. And Kurtz couldn't move up to third, or he couldn't get all the way home. He'll move up to third. And Nick Kurtz did look like he was into some discomfort, so he'll head out. And Logan Davidson is now the winning run at third. And Jacob Wilson's going to be intentionally walked, and the bases are loaded for Brent Rooker, who hit what was the go-ahead homer in the 8th. And Rob Thompson looks on with the bases low in the bottom of the 10th, nobody out, and he knows he might be in trouble. Orion misses inside with a sinker to start things off. Ball 1. What a game this has been. Infield is in now for the Phillies. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Sweeper. Inside corner. Dotted him up. Logan Davidson at third. The winning run. C.J. Alexander at second. And Jacob Wilson at first. Here's the 1-1 offering. That misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 inside again. 3 balls, 1 strike. The sinker keeps missing inside for Orion. It can't find the zone, and the A's can win it with a walk. Here's the 3-1 for the game. In there for strike 2. This count is full. A fastball at 98 from Orion extends the game. This is for the win. 3-2 pitch. Brent Rooker ground ball. Foul down the third base line. He stays alive, so there is still the possibility of a walk-off walk. Everyone on their feet in Sacramento. Here we go. Another full count delivery from Orion. Brent Rooker broken back into center field. Marsh is under. Davidson will tag. Here comes the throw. It is in time. In time. Brandon Marsh Cuts down Davidson at the plate. What a tag by Real Muto. 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Oh my. Brandon Marsh just saved the game. Mark Kotsay is going to challenge. That's another broken bat for Brent. Second at bat tonight. He's had some firewood, and I don't know. Davidson might be safe. It's close. It is close. But if he's out, what a throw by Marsh, and what a tag by Real Muto. If he's safe, he's out. He's out. Oh my goodness. What a play by Brandon Marsh. Oh, what a play by Brandon Marsh. They got him. Unbelievable. 2 outs to the bottom of the 10th. I think he's out. I'm waiting for the challenge. I'm waiting for the ruling. Well, I think he's out. Mark Kotsay loses his challenge. It's confirmed. Marsh cuts down Davidson at the plate. And with 2 outs to the bottom of the 10th, Alexander at third, Wilson at second, Tyler Soderstrom can win the game for the A's. Oh, it's so close. He's like 3 inches away from the plate when Real Muto tags him. And Tyler Soderstrom is being intentionally walked. So the bases are loaded again with 2 outs to the bottom of the 10th, and they're going to try and get Shea Langoliers because righty-righty. That's why they intentionally walked Jacob Wilson. Or actually, I don't think that's the reason. I think because they know Wilson's a contact man. First pitch to Langoliers is an 86 sweeper right down the pipe for strike 1. Alexander third, Wilson second, Tyler first. Here's the 0-1 from Orion. Lays off, nearly went. They check over down there anyway. He didn't go. Count tied up at 1. A walk wins the game for the A's. Two outs, bottom of the 10th, bases loaded. The pitch, fly ball, way high in shallow left. Coming over, it's going to be Kepler to make the catch, and we'll head to the 11th inning. Brandon Marsh saved the game for the Phillies, cutting down Logan Davidson at home. What a throw from Marsh. And what a ball game we have in Sacramento. Top of the 11th, Phillies 6, A's 6. What a game we have. And what a throw by Brandon Marsh on this play.
Logan Davidson, who had just entered the ballgame, making his major league debut as a pinch runner. Now he's at first base.
So Logan Davidson's at first. Nick Kurtz
looked like a hip flexor issue.
Got hurt. Hopefully he's okay. And now a new pitcher for the A's is JT Spence. Kepler's the placement runner at second. Trey at the plate. He's 0 for 4. So the top of the order for Mitch Spence. Not JT Spence, Mitch Spence. Trey Turner, foul ball, first base side. 0-1.
Well, right now it's just about rolling the boys out there and trying to get out. It's Mitch Spence, next man up. As you said, it is not an easy road to hoe right now.
Here's the 0-1. Look over at second from Spence. Now the pitch. And it's a slider that misses outside. Count tied up at 1. And Max Laser warming up in the Phillies bullpen.
Lazar now up for the Phils.
Trey taps it foul. It's 1-2 now.
Just an unfortunate series of events that last half inning. You're in a pretty good spot. You feel like a W is right around the corner.
Payoff pitch from Spence to Trey. With a little look over at second. 2 lookovers. Now the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2.
DB Springs squeezed out 6 innings of work. The A's are on their 7th reliever. Two balls and 2 strikes to Trey Turner.
And the 2-2. And it's inside.
I tell you, Kepler out there.
And this count is full now.
Czar looks on.
Here's the 3-2. Full count delivery from Mitch Spence. Right now. And it's outside. Ball 4. Trey Turner walks. 2 runners on now for the Phillies. And I always say this whenever a pitcher does this. Leadoff walks. Never good.
Runner got aboard. Runners on first and second now with Harper coming up.
And now Bryce Harper to the plate with no one out. Kepler at second and Trey at first.
Infield will play him to pull.
First pitch to Harper. Swing and a miss. Nasty curveball. And Harper could not find it. Strike 1. Harper's 2 for 5. 2 singles, reached on error, an RBI, and a run scored. 0-1 to Harper. Downstairs and inside for ball 1.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Mitch Spence as an opposing hitter. He's got cut, he's got spin coming into you. You see the curveball.
Marcotte looking on.
Right now for Bryce Harper working into him.
1-1 offering. Outside for ball 2.
2 balls and a strike. This is no easy task for Mitch Spence.
Kyle Schwarber on deck. He's already hit a home run earlier tonight. In the 7th, that gave the Phillies the lead at the time.
2 strikeouts. The finale against Anaheim.
Here's the 2-1.
2-1.
Bryce Harper turns on the right. Line drive in the glove of C.J. Alexander. He'll get it in quickly. Everyone stops it where they were. And that's the first out in the 11th. Good play by Alexander out there in right.
Being able to spin and get that baseball back in quickly. See, off the bat, well struck. Alexander able to go and get it. Drop step.
Oh, Max Kepler, when going back to second, slid into second, but he's all right. Now Kyle Schwarber to the plate with 1 out and runners on second and first.
Opted to head on over to third base.
Dangerous hitter here.
Schwarber now.
First pitch, Schwarber turns on to right field, and that's down for a base hit. This will give the Phillies the lead. 1 run will score, and Kepler, Phillies in the lead. Second runner safe. Schwarber goes to third, and he's safe. Or no, he's out. No, he is safe. What are we doing here? There was obstruction at first base from Logan Davidson.
And what you'll end up seeing
As Kyle Schwarber rips a 2-run.
first base for the first time in his big league career, kind of watching things unfold. And Kyle Schwarber,
I guess
instinctually
it's a single, but yeah, Logan Davidson gets in the way
draws contact
of Kyle Schwarber.
and still able to
And he goes all the way to third.
easily, and from there decides, yo, I'm headed to third. If it's about drawing a throw, whatever I have to do.
So now there's Nick Castellanos with 1 out, the lead, and Schwarber at third, and he goes after the first pitch and taps it foul, first base side. But the Phillies now have the lead thanks to Schwarber, who has been absolutely amazing this year.
You want to make sure you're lined up in the right spot, you're headed to the right spot.
And the infield is now in for the A's.
Found himself in the wrong spot.
Philadelphia has the biggest lead for either team tonight, a 2-run.
Castellanos takes a slider outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we said you're going to need more than one. And it's been a 1-run advantage for the A's in late situations. They haven't closed it out. Happened again tonight, and the Phillies now are up 8-6. The Schwarber third, the infield.
1-1. Castellanos has the emergency swing out to right. It's dropping fast. And a diving catch by Alexander. Schwarber's tagging. He will be safe. A sac fly for Nick Castellanos. And the Phillies are now up 9-6.
Alexander has been tested. He goes down into the slide. Great catch. Unfortunately, throw just slightly up the line. This will be a crew chief review of the tape call at home plate.
Crew chief review.
Looks like we're going to have a crew chief review. It's a very close play, but I think you'll be able to see Langoliers.
Did he get his heel?
Well,
He might have got his heel.
let's take another peek.
Oh, it's really close.
There's a chance that it
He
might
could have
be
got him.
the insole of the
Langoliers might have got him
Well, look,
on his left
if there's a
heel.
clot of dirt on the spike.
Right heel, actually.
I'd love to be able to show it to you.
Is there dirt that gets kicked up from the tag?
Just over. It looks
No.
like that back foot.
I think he's safe. Safe. So it's confirmed. Sac fly from Castellanos. Schwarber scores, and the Phillies have 9 runs. The A's have 6 runs. In the top of the 11th, 2 outs, and here's JT Realmuto.
Realmuto is up. Credit where credit's due. Philadelphia
First
has
pitch.
not backed down.
Swing and a miss. Chase the slider outside. Strike 1.
They are a team with a boatload of fight.
Realmuto 1 for 5. Got a single in the 10th inning.
Right now with a 3-run
That's his only
advantage
hit.
with 3 outs left to play offensively for the A's. It looks more likely every pitch.
Here's the 0-1. Realmuto shoots 1 foul. He's down 0-2 quickly.
The Athletics somehow, someway have been able to answer back at some point in time. You know what I always say? You just need a chip and a chair to stay in the hand, and right now, they're going to have their opportunity.
And you will have a base runner aboard immediately with the designated runner.
Here's the 0-2. Outside curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Realmuto.
All in 2 strikes to JT Realmuto.
Payoff pitch from Spence. Realmuto ground ball up the middle. Wilson makes the stop. Fire to first. They got him. But the Phillies put up 3 in the 11th thanks to Schwarber getting 2 RBIs and then Castellanos with a sac fly. Can the A's respond? We'll be right back to see if they can. Max Laser is the new pitcher for the Phillies. He has a 3-run lead to work with here, and he just needs to get 3 outs, and his Phillies have the win.
Well, it is an all-hands-on-deck type of affair at this point. Both bins starting to run out of some guys.
Miguel Andujar will be the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 11th.
The Athletics right now. cover than they've had to all night long.
3 runs down.
Something that they have been able
Can
to
they
do, which is
somehow
answer back. Now here are the Phillies.
respond? Shea Langoliers is the placement runner at second.
The Athletics down to their last 3 outs.
But if Andujar is able to get aboard, the tying run comes to the plate in Urias. Langoliers with his speed is
First pitch to Andujar is popped up. It's stopped. There's the first out. And Langoliers stays put. And now Luis Urias to the plate. He's 0 for 4. 1 out, bottom of the 11th, and Shea Langoliers
Well, things have gotten a lot easier for
at second.
Czar and the Phillies right now. 1 pitch, 1 out.
First pitch to Urias is in there for strike 1. Fastball right down the pipe at 96.
And the lefties he was facing have a pretty good idea of what they're going to get. A lot of stuff moving into them via his pitch repertoire. Same thing here for Urias in the
And the
game.
0-1.
As far as
Fastball
the
outside.
fastball cutter,
Count tied at 1.
So you're looking at glove side movement.
Langoliers at second, 1 out. Urias at the plate. If he can get on, the game-tying run will be at the plate as that's a curveball spike.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Butler waits on deck. Still on the edge.
Got a train going by Suter Health Park. Lawrence on deck for the A's. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a missed, strike 2. Fastball late. And the count is tied at 2. Payoff pitch from Laser. Urias ground ball fouled it off. And he stays alive. Two. Check swing. He didn't go. Count is full.
Maybe I was a bit early on that call, but it looked like he didn't go around.
Or was.
Ooh, that was close.
Take, soft front
Really good
bumps.
take from Urias.
3-2
Full count
to
delivery
Urias.
from Max Laser. Urias ground ball. He fouled it off again. He stays alive.
You know what I do? I think the
Doing
one
what
thing
you gotta
that
do.
is right now is you've got a pretty good idea of what direction these pitches are going to end up heading.
This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat.
Fairly straight.
With 1 out in the bottom of the 11th and Langoliers at second. A's down by 3. Here it is.
3-2
Urias skies it. It's popped up. It's in fair territory. Harper. Oh, he couldn't get to it.
It's been trouble all
It was
series
in
long.
play. Harper could not see it.
Infielders in foul ground.
He was close by, but he couldn't make the catch. And Luis Urias catches a lifeline.
Easy to pick the baseball up.
Oh, it just missed his glove.
Not quite sure
He
how
just
much
overran it.
elements are going to affect it, either on the way up or on the way down. We know what
And
happened
another
last
error
time.
tonight by the Phillies. I believe that's their
were not
3rd.
able to secure.
Second in foul territory. Real Muto had one earlier. Over around the same spot Harper just did. Here we go. Another full count delivery from Laser. He's...
Takes in,
Oh, I thought he struck him out. He didn't.
comes up to the plate.
Wow. Urias caught a lucky break there. I thought that was in the zone.
Within one swing
And
of the bat.
that's a walk. Urias now on the first with Langoliers at second. The game-tying run comes to the plate in Lawrence Butler.
You can see the reaction.
And I thought the home plate umpire was going to ring him up.
Terribly excited.
But no, he didn't.
Urias minus
And here's Lawrence.
2.
Well, the way that it was
First
going,
pitch.
First pitch.
Oh, check swing. It's in play. Boom, fire to first. They got Lawrence. And now, that moves Langoliers to third. It moves Urias to second. And Logan Davidson will be the last hope for the A's in his first major league at bat.
That he would like to have entered in a different situation. And the way things
2 outs, bottom of the 11th, and he hits the game-tying run.
Wonderful opportunity for Logan Davidson, who has worked so
Here we go.
hard to this point to put a bow on a debut.
First pitch, Davidson ground ball foul. 0-1 the count.
303 in 41 games with Las Vegas. Former first-round pick out of Clemson. 29th overall in the 2019 draft by the A's. 27 years old, has waited some time against the
Old offering from Laser. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Curveball, that was devastating, and Davidson was fooled. And now, the A's are down to their last strike. This is for the win.
No balls and 2 strikes.
The 0-2 from Laser. Oh, a curveball, that's in the dirt. Ball 1. Langoliers at third, Urias at second. Davidson the game-tying run at the plate. The 1-2 delivery.
1-2 pitch.
And he just missed outside. What a take by Logan Davidson. What a take.
Very close.
Oh,
Very close.
that's on the borderline. And he got the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Davidson. Wow. What a take. What a take. Here we go. 2-2.
2-2.
He struck him out. And that's your ball game. The nasty curveball got it done for Max Laser. And the Phillies win a fun ball game here in Sacramento in 11 innings. What a game. Whew. That was the most fun I've had watching a baseball game this year. What a game. My game of the year that I've gotten the call. See y'all later. RV out. Peace.